And here we have it, the highly elusive Gletcher M1944. Highly elusive, at least to the likes of YouTube. I believe this is the first video showing it off. Just brought it in from the wonderful Pyramid Air with their catalog, all that great stuff. So let's open the box. As you can see, you get the manual. Gletcher's packaging is surprisingly amazing, actually. Not as impressed with this one as I was with the little mini sawed-off Mosin M18 something that I actually returned in order to get this one. But nonetheless, very solidly packaged. Styrofoam on all the parts. Nice little owner's manual. Warranty card, no. Warnings. Wear safety glasses. Good idea. Let's pop this box open. See what we've got here. I'm assuming this will be the magazine, but I'm not entirely sure. And that is the Sling. Fairly authentic looking dog collar sling. Way too shiny a leather, but nonetheless, nice looking piece. The gun comes out, nice styrofoam everywhere, so I'm going to take a second, get that off. Alright, back to it. All the packaging's off now, and as any diehard Mosin Nagant owner would say, only thing I can be disappointed in is that it doesn't reek of cosmoline. No cosmoline in the action, nothing to wipe up. Bayonet here, of course, draws quite a lot of attention. I didn't know if this would be some sort of toy that they threw on there, or if it would be something mildly authentic. And mildly is not the case. That is a pretty heavy bayonet on there. So you know, if you're shooting squirrels and need to finish them off, I'm just kidding. I don't suggest squirrels with this gun at all. Just as a comparison, I brought my 9130 out. This is the actual, firearm version. 7.62 by 54. Size-wise, they're very similar. Of course, the pellet gun is modeled off after the 1944, which is the carbine version. So the 9130 is quite a bit longer and consequently more front heavy. That is the only thing that I see really lacking in this gun, is that it's not as heavy in the back as I would like to see. It does balance very well though, which is pretty indicative of the 1944 style. I do prefer the Model 44s over the 9130s I got, but $80 rifle, can't complain. Magazine came preloaded in the gun, as you can see right there. BBs slide down right into there. I'll have to take another look at it to see where you actually feed the BBs in. CO2 there mentions everywhere that you see the gun that comes with a nice little attached tool. That is your nice little attached tool to mess with the hex bolt. So let's get the thing loaded up and go shoot it. Alright, now then, on to loading the thing up. As you can see, I just spilled my BBs everywhere. Loading the CO2, very simple. Little Allen bolt in the bottom that you loosen up, put the CO2 cartridge in, tip the front end in. Same as with any other 12 gram. If you can't figure that out, you probably shouldn't be spending this amount of money on a BB gun, pellet gun, not a pellet gun, on a BB gun. Anyway, loading the BBs is as simple as pulling the spring down here, tilting it over to the side. There's a nice little lock there. I'm not sure how well you can see it. Anyway, there's a lock there. You can take my word for it. And now then, loading the BBs up into the front here is not a simple task. I can't really find a good way of getting the BBs to just roll their way in there. If you take a peek at this here, this piece must run forward when the gun is cocked. It pushes the BB out the front, as you can see there. So I was using that as kind of a method of, now the BBs are all just going to run fine. I was using it to push the BBs up just a hair, so it actually dropped down the ramp. Not sure if you saw that there or not. But it does seem that if the mag is held as it would be sitting in the gun, that the BBs drop in. However, you do have to feed them one by one, which is truly a pain. probably a pretty good way for them to get you to buy more mags. Nonetheless, supplied little tool for the Allen bolt. It's not exactly an ergonomic tool. They supply a tool, but I would probably still take an Allen wrench just in case one of these things starts sticking on you. Little tool that will probably get lost. See, there's nothing really retaining the BBs in there except for the actual style of this piece. So yeah, if you would leave it jostling around in your pocket or in a pack, I'm sure that you would end up with BBs everywhere and no BBs left to be found in your mag. Once it's under spring tension, that might not be the case, so I probably shouldn't speak so quickly. I guess the spring tension will fix that problem. Nonetheless, not really something that I would trust to stay in there. So in the gun, I think the BBs will stay in. Outside the gun, no word. Alright, our magazine is all loaded up. As you can see, these magazines are very special, I guess you'd say, because they're actually all of the workings of the gun. They hold the gas and the ammo, of course, but they also have the valve in here. So the only thing that this gun really is a big fancy Mosin Nagant looking body with a hammer and a moving bolt. So that's all there really is to it. So let's go shoot the thing, as you would do with any great collector's item. Am I right? Alright, we are outside with the Gletcher M1944 and a banana cream minion peep. As you can see, he's already not having a very good day with the clothes hanger through the head and all, but let's see if we can make that day a little bit worse for him. I'm going to be stepping back here to probably only about 10 yards with this thing. Not a fan of Mosin sights. And let's see if we can pop some holes in them. Haven't shot the gun yet, so not sighted in at all. Nothing of the likes. Probably going to miss a lot. Let's hope I don't hit my camera. Here goes nothing. Alright, let's take a look at what damage we did. I stepped in a little closer there, fearing that I was missing. I'm not so sure that I was, though. Hard to tell with the wind today. Those were only taken at about 10 yards after I stepped in. They were probably taken at 7 or 8. So definitely not a long-range shooter. It seems to be shooting very slow. It is a quite cold day today. I mean, relative to what it's been, not so much. It's probably in the 30s. But I'm guessing the velocity to be somewhere in the 300s, probably high 3s, not the 4s as advertised. So let's flip the camera around and see if you guys can actually see the gun shooting. Alright, velocity is dipping off very hard right now, but I just want to show you guys something, and that is that you don't actually have to really cock the thing. Of course, you lift your bolt handle up, that recocks the hammer just in that action, which is the same as the real Mosins. And then you only... Now you guys want to see it. Bayonet's out. Oh, it won't do it. Okay, there you guys go. I got some marshmallow on my collector gun for you. Now let's wrap it up here. Shooting experience was, you know, fairly fun. It's kind of a dinky little BB gun, which, I mean, it's a dinky little BB gun, so what are you to expect? A little bit of the features I didn't cover. It does have a safety, just like a normal Mosin. You pull this little guy back right here, and you twist it, and you never use it because it's a Mosin, and that's what they do. Not that I'm suggesting that at all, but that's how Mosins work. Magazines are the heart of the gun, and at, I believe, close to $40 a piece. They're probably designed to be that way, partially because they're so complex. They cost so much, and partially because you gotta buy a lot of them if you actually want to shoot the thing. It is one of 200 to my knowledge, so I don't anticipate these being shot a whole heck of a lot. I honestly don't anticipate them being bought a whole lot. I really don't know why you would buy this gun. Why I got it. It was Christmas, and, you know, 300 bucks. What the heck? So, for $300, yeah, you be the judge.